Hello, Vicarious Mercenaries, Proxy Ninjas, and EMP Shock Troops. Yes, it is now 2026. Welcome to the new year in case we haven't caught up yet, but have a couple adjustments I guess we'll see throughout the year, but everything thus far is back on track. Here we are for another Tactical Tuesday, first official of the year. We got the ball rolling last night, back in action for some Metal Monday as well, so good to see everybody. And I'll take care of this first. So I appreciate Chairman stopping by, even though you can't stay long, but good to see you. Hope everything is well with you. Um, yeah, so what's going on for Tuesday night? Well, thankfully, at least Tuesday is a little less heavy on the updates because we usually get that covered on Monday, especially having a Monday after events and weekends and holidays. So I don't know if it's too much to bore you with tonight, but we'll get things moving right along. First things first, if you are new to the Rec Room, this is the coolest corner of the internet where you get the rundown on what's going on here with Enforcer Media Productions, whether that be project updates or creative insights, and you get the breakdown on what makes our favorite franchises tick in the form of commentary and the long-running video game deep dives until we have other things to add to the mix. So this is essentially the marketing arm here. And we're just trying to keep an eye open and make connections with those of you out there who like the same things because we're working on building a franchise from scratch. So if you like any of the stuff that we've got showcased here, you'll probably like the Firewall Protocol Saga, which we've got our first entry done in the form of Ascendant Chaos, which is on Amazon. Swing by, check that out. It's available both for Kindle and hard copy, of course. Or you can find me at a local show, which, of course, unless you live in the Metro Detroit area right now, is probably a little difficult, but at least we have that available until we can continue to expand and get some other geographic locations available. But yeah, glad to have you along for the ride. So currently we're on Odysee and Twitch and YouTube for the time being. Feel free to lurk, chat, or comment at your leisure. Of course, I can start twisting arms here a little bit and say you're welcome to chat and stuff too. I mean, I feel like sometimes people are just lurking, and hey, that's perfectly fine. But there's nothing wrong with comments either. I don't know if people are intimidated or just find it easier just to watch. So I don't know. I'm not somebody who was formally into consuming stream content before starting all this, so I don't know what the mindset is of the average stream consumer these days. But either way, glad to have you. In the meantime, I digress. So let's get back on track here. So next on the list, thank you for the new follows already, even since last night. So we have another new one from YouTube. So I think it kind of feels like we finally, after almost 3 years now, have finally started to pierce or fracture the YouTube algorithm. I know that's not in part an accident because I know some people have helped share out things too. So credit to where credit is due. But somehow, recent things posted over the last few weeks have finally helped YouTube start bubbling things up a bit. And also, on top of that, we've got another new follow on Odysee, so thank you there as well. And I've been clicking around on Odysee a little bit more. I think one thing that's kind of interesting is we're starting to show up even on their main featured section, not even just the trending for the video game section. So I don't know how their algorithm works, but obviously I've been trying to work that one pretty hard in terms of keeping things cycled because you can still use whatever that legacy credit system is until that goes bye-bye. But I don't know if it's just regularity of content. I don't know if it's interaction. I'm not sure how theirs is working, but either way, if we're getting even more exposure on Odysee, hey, it doesn't hurt. So I know even though Odysee is our original, we don't see as much social traffic, so people again are welcome to chat. I just don't know. I don't get as much insight into the analytics on Odysee as we do some of the others. But and most of this isn't for bragging rights. This is just for tracking growth and seeing how things are going because it is an uphill battle. We're trying to do some of this when you're trying to build outreach and things like that. But that aside, not too much else going on. It's been a kind of average day in terms of writing progress. So I got about maybe 15 done on the proofreading today. I did get a little bit of tackling of mount paperwork again, and so at least as long as I get a couple things done, it's an okay day. It still could be better, but I think I'm battling some stuff with being under the weather since the holidays still, so that's really kind of killed some forward momentum. But either way, still plugging along. Also, on top of things, got the hamster wheel hunt in progress. Now, thankfully, there's a couple leads which hopefully will not, if anything in this camp or variety goes through, then shouldn't adversely impact stream schedule too much. And then that leads into what Chairman's asking. So what am I going to do Mercenaries 2 again? I forgot to press enter to send the message earlier. So I don't know. I mean, uh, I mean, I know we're due for. I mean, since the reason we've been doing season twos of a couple of these has been because there was new content. So MechWarrior 5 has had new content in the form of the DLC. We never got Metal Slug Tactics finished, and of course, we're doing a first playthrough of Tomb Raider. But I think my next preferred thing to do. I mean, I know we got to get progress made on Ninja Gaiden Ragebound and Oblivion, and uh, also, I don't know what we're going to get for new games this year. So unless there's any new games, if I can get maybe some progress made on Oblivion and Ninja Gaiden, I think it'd be about time to start getting, maybe at a minimum Mercenaries 1 and start working up through the sequence again. But the reason I put an asterisk next to that is because I don't know what the hamster wheel schedule, I don't know what my brain drain function is going to look like after having to return to the land of the regularly consistent. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I don't have a time frame. And you're saying we just whooped Maduro's butt the other day. Yeah. It's kind of funny, when I heard the news about what was going on, it definitely made me think of Mercenaries 2 because it's so interesting how much of a reflection that game is of the political turmoil between the politicians internally. Plus, you had the Chinese, and we didn't really have the Russians, but if not, it was the PLAV, the local militia and stuff. So it's like it was interesting to see how, in reality, there is a lot of connective tissue there. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a concrete answer for you on Mercenaries 2, so it's just gonna be wait and see. We got a lot knocked out in 25, so there's a possibility at least to get maybe one or two or Crackdown started again. But I know when I go through the next playthrough, I want them to be more completionist, and that might mean a little bit more work on my part. So that's a wait and see. As far as other progress, I don't think there's anything else of note. No new artwork endeavors over the last few days, and I don't know much on the pop culture space, so we're probably going to just get rolling into the the jungle or the desert here. And so we're on episode 9, which I called Management Purge. It's kind of interesting that we're just talking about Maduro. Maduro got himself purged, and we're about to do the same thing for the sub boss and maybe a couple of the bosses today in Metal Slug. And yeah, to Chairman's point, it is crazy the efficiency with how the government operated in order to make that operation happen with no casualty, minimal hardware impact, and to do so successfully is quite the operation. And I hope I didn't eat something today that disagrees with me. Otherwise, it'll be a short stream. But hopefully that's not the case at the moment. So Terrence said, took out their entire service, the air missile launch system, which was Russian-made. Yeah, well, I guess I can't say I'm too surprised. I mean, Russia's does their own stuff. I mean, competent or not, it's probably still not as well field tested. Okay, so we already did a couple missions to preload this. So basically, we are on the third one here for the Argun Palm Desert, and we have for this season. This will be our first time fighting a boss, and once we get his done, we'll eventually fight O'Neill and Picard. But this will be the first one in the sequence so far. And once we get this done, the main boss for this level will pop out. So let's see how this goes. So there's no sub-objective. It's just a matter of defeat him and pass or fail. But he hasn't been too difficult. We've had a little more trouble with O'Neill on occasion. This idiot likes to run around and use tornadoes. Yep, there he is. Big stinker. Get ready. And honestly, he there hasn't been much variety to the maps when we fought him. I think I've only seen maybe one or two variations so far. So you can't really run up to him because he's going to have a defensive thing and he's probably going to pop over here after the fact. So it's interesting that they're giving us 3 starting points. And of course, now that the week has gone by, I've probably forgotten all the extra stuff that we have now. So she gets extra damage and other things. We have stacked this thing. This thing now has extra ammo, extra damage, fires in multi-directions. Tarma gets extra dodge if he's not attacked. Gains dodge. Gets a bonus action if he probably with his other thing that we got going. Clark doesn't have as much. 1 damage till start next turn. And we got this jumping one has been very helpful for him. So he can actually weaken enemies. Gains the extra ammo, and I forgot what overtime was. So it reduces the amount of damage they do. Overtime, if you have the bonus action, they deal extra damage. So I basically would need to jump and then shoot and get it. And man, that's actually, I gotta remember the order on that. That's kind of crazy. All right, so I don't know how I want to do this. Who's behind on the HP? Because that would determine who to get for the POW. I don't see any other POWs. Ooh. I guess I'll probably end up going for Clark or Tarma, maybe. So maybe if I get Clark somewhere that he can do 2 adrenaline, jump, and get out of there, I might be able to put a hurting on him. We'll try that. And then Aerie, start her over here somewhere. What is this guy? Saber Thrower 3. I don't remember seeing him. Can't say I haven't, but I don't remember him. She doesn't get much adrenaline by going that way. Interesting. Okay. Let's get Tarma, I guess, over here maybe to help out with something here. Get a knife and shank this guy. We'll see how that goes. Here we go.
Mission start.
Next turn, transformation. Okay, so there's his tornado. So if Clark can do this, he should have enough. And then if he can jump, as long as he can get next to him, I'll jump him over to here. Tarma, oh, Tarma can't quite get to him. Okay. Oh, you know what? But, we'll try to combo that somehow. Aerie can maybe get over here. Let's see if this works at all. I don't know how this is going to work with her dual grenade launcher thing. Can't even get any closer. That's going to hit Tarma. That's interesting. I guess what if I do this instead? Oh, so it's going to hit here. Well, I don't know. Alright, Clark's not going to be there, so at least Tarma's not getting hit now. Now let me make sure I get Clark in the right position here.
Thank you.
Alright, now he's got his extra action, right? Not yet. So if I go... I'm gonna mess this up if I don't get the shotgun right. There we go. That's what I wanted to happen. Okay, look at that. So he's gonna take out that guy with 1 hit. Boss will get another 2. But I don't know if I want Aerie to hit, because if she gets that, I don't want... Well, nobody's going to synchronize with him anyway. Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, well, I guess Clark can go ahead and take the shot. Get rid of some of those clowns early. Alright, so yeah, he does have synchronized protection. Aerie could technically move some more and then get another shot, maybe. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and get rid of this guy. Okay, he can't do anything else. So she could fire from here. Only hit... Oh, she's going to get an extra one because she's synced already. That's fantastic. Or... if she jumped down and hit him... she's only going to get 5 or 6. Yeah, nobody else is going to be able to sync up after the fact, so she's going to get more of the grenade launcher. But if I at least go up here... at least I can work toward getting those grenadiers. Oh, now... whoa. The tornado thing... oh, no, that's just the rings of... she's shooting. Okay. Well, either way, we got 20 points... no, well, 19 points. I guess my brain's rounding up here, but we got 19 there. That's helpful. And everybody's used their stuff, so now it's a matter of how bad everybody gets wrecked. Don't want to be using my full reinforcements here. Stab. Shot. Nadaruski. Ooh, Clark's not doing so hot here. Clark's really not doing so good here. That's Clark's entire health bar. Not good. Okay, so I don't want to be standing next to him. I got no way to heal. Marathon, so... what did Tarma get out of that? Or is that Clark's? No, it's Tarma's. That's his dodge. So that's what... he says he's got the dodge. But it's not showing up on the bar. See, it's showing on his character, I think. See, Aerie doesn't have that one. He does. Clark doesn't. But it's not showing up on the other one. So I'm not sure how that's supposed to work. Maybe we get Clark out of the picture here somewhere. If I can get over here, maybe he can jump over and get out of harm's way. Yeah, so he can get up to here and help this guy. I don't want Tarma sitting there, though. How far can he throw? Hopefully not far enough. Nope. Okay, and it doesn't look like he's getting reinforcements, so hopefully we're okay there. Maybe Aerie can take another shot somehow. Alright, so let's put Tarma here. Clark's gonna jump to here. Let's get rid of this guy. Okay, so he's done. Why is Tarma showing getting hit? Oh, the revenge hit. Oh, ooh. This is not good. I need Clark to move further back then. How much health is it? Oh, we could wreck him with a shotgun again. I may have to reset this turn if I'm wasting too much here. Because otherwise, if I lead with Tarma here, now there's no revenge hit. There we go. Where can Aerie go? I mean, she can go all the way over there and do some stuff, but I don't know if you want to... Can she still hit him if she goes over here? She should have plenty of adrenaline. She can't hit him with a grenade launcher. So she gets 6 off of this. If she were... oh. Let's back that up here for a second. So if she goes to here... grenade jump and take out another guy in the process. Like back up to here. There we go. Or here. Yeah, let's do that. Clean off this side of the board. She's got a bonus move. Alright, so Tarma's got to initiate this one, I believe. Yep, so no revenge hit. Okay. Clark can still do something. Do I want him to do anything? I'm gonna go jumping around. Preferably without losing health, though. I don't know if that's an indication of where he's going. I'm gonna go there. That way these guys all have to scramble to try to get to a target. Aerie can still move. Might as well put her in cover. Tarma's the only one sitting out there in the middle of nowhere. Oh, oh, you know what? Extra damage. That's right. With anticipation, you gotta get her in place ahead of time. Alright, nothing else Clark can really do here. Oh, that other saber thrower has got a damage buff. No, he went that way. Oh, there we go. Chump. Oh, he is getting reinforcements. Oh, not good. Okay. Can I get 25 on him in the current state? Tarma might be able to crash down, hit the two of them. The question is, how does he get out of there, though, if he does? Oh, he could move a boss. He can actually knuckle him. I wonder if that would work. I need more adrenaline, though, to find out. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be a little more experimental here. I want to get away from those other guys so I don't have to hit them. So if I were to do this... So am I not in range? I'm not in range to do that somehow, so that's weird. Well, it's giving me this option, but... Why are they not in range? Gotta figure that out. I mean, I could crash down over here somewhere, maybe. I'm only gonna hit him, I think. That'll hit both of them. Clark's gotta get out of there, though. Does Clark have the weapon spread? Did I boost that on the shotgun? No, I did not, because it's like massive linear boost, which could be almost more trouble than it's worth. If I grenade jumped her from there to, you know, there, get him taken care of, but then Tarma would have to do something in terms of hitting him. Seems like it should be able to do 25 somehow, but he's got the sandbag in the way too. See, I want Clark somewhere else like here, but before I do that though, I need Tarma. Alright, you know, let's change this up here. He can shoot from here. Tarma could go here. Aerie could then grenade jump away from him and hit this other guy. She's not hitting him. That's ridiculous. What about jumping over here? That's going to hit Tarma. I was going to bring him down by at least 10. Where's she going to go, though? Destroy the cover? Destroy the cover after... Well, hopefully destroy the cover here. And then... But she only gets the movement if she gets the kill. Is that area still going to get hit? Yes, that area does get hit. You'd have to get the kill for her to get out of there. There's a whale on him. Hold on, before I do that, can she move to... Nope, she can't make it all the way to here. Dang it. Well, if I can get 10 on this go, Tarma's another 5. No, we'd have 15 left. I don't know if I can get enough to not have them all get punked on the following round. Clark would be able to get maybe another 5. Tarma's another 5. He'd still have maybe 4 points left. Alright, well I don't have much better ideas right now, so let's do it anyway. You know what? Don't put her in harm's way, though. You know what? Alright, there's not much left of the cover. Tarma's knife would bypass cover. See, it's not letting me do that again. That's a little suspect. Alright, anything bonus action related does not look like it. Even if I would do this, it's only 4 points. We haven't had that happen in a while. Just waiting on Twitch here. That means it is going to be a short stream tonight because I probably only got another hour before it does that again. Alright, they're both there. Twitch is paused. Alright. Alright, that's all I can do for the moment. Alright, this is going to be like an hour and a half stream. Okay. Alright, Clark. I could jump him in there, but that's not going to help yet. If Tarma goes first... Well, he's got no way out of there. Oh, I should have done Fragile or something. Hits 3. Man. I should have done that. If it hits less than 3, I get a bonus action, right? Okay. Boing. And now if I got a bonus action... Oh, his stupid cover. So I'm going to hit Tarma in the process, too. Aw, man. Tarma. Dang it. Tarma's going to go down before Clark. Well, I got another bonus action. I could... Maybe is there a way I can jump? I don't have the adrenaline, so I just used it. Alright, Tarma's gonna take a hit here. Oh, what's overtime? That's it. Cover's gone at least. What am I forgetting here? Oh. Okay. 3 points left. Let's see if, as long as there's at least one person that can hit him after the next turn. Oh, if they just upgraded, that didn't hurt. He's going to run in for a throw. That might hurt. Oh, he ain't running anywhere. You know, cold steel right to the kidney. And just like that. No problem. Done. It's like, don't hurt me.
Victory!
Alright, means I got to do the boss here in the next so many minutes here. So I think Tarma should have been the one to get the POW. Oh well. So Ari got 1 and 1, Tarma 2 and 1, and Clark 2 and 3. We also at least got the coins off that. Ooh. So oh, Twitch is still working here. Let's see. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough call. So he's got excuse me. A greater range, no reduction in adrenaline. Been using a wild ride, but I don't think that's nearly as advantageous. Only it's two HP difference. And the big one is normally my favorite here, the explosive jump, because that goes from 6 to 8, extra 8 points of damage to every one hit. So, this is already used. You know, Clark's is already doing fine at silver. I'd rather get the damage output, especially once we start going into higher difficulties and stuff here. All right, Chairman, you're back. So, okay, it's good to know that Twitch is still working. Then we just had a disconnect. Where's O'Neill when you need him? I don't know. Real winners call for help? I don't know. Yes, that's where they mentioned O'Neill and Picard. So on future playthroughs, you essentially need to get them called out on the very first round, and then that way you can actually take on all 3 of them in a singular playthrough, which right now we can't because it took us all the other things to get them activated first. Okay, so yep, we're gonna fight the boss. That'll pretty much be it. These platforms are unstable. Bonk. I guess it can't be that deep if the treads are connecting. Mr. Tuber. Is he a potato? Oh, yeah, that's interesting. We got the saber tossers on this one now. Alright, so our usual starting positions. Ah, interesting. Look at that. They blocked off this one to make it more difficult, so gotta get all the way down here in order to get a decent jumping point. But check that out. If Ari could get to there, she's got means to jump from there to who knows where. Let's see if she can actually do that. Can she make it that far? No. How about... she goes there. Nope, not quite. But she might be able to go from the Grenadier to the ship. But I would also want somebody else in position, though. And these guys probably have more health than anybody can take out on the first go-around here without a little support. So I'm probably going to want Tarma to end up here with a knife. If Clark's here, he might be able to hit him and shoot over him and maybe get this guy. So let's see if I can do that. So Clark can make it to the cover. Okay, but if I need Tarma to get in position... Wait, where's Aerie gotta go first? Aerie's gotta go there, so I gotta have her... It's a catch-22 here, because if Clark's not in position yet, I don't want her hitting the boat. Yikes. Alright, well, Tarma kind of doesn't matter. Let's just go here. Well, if it doesn't synchronize, she could do that early, and somebody else can initiate the attack, possibly. It depends. You know, I'm going to have to check. Here's our test. If Clark can fire over the cover... Oh, well, I guess I got to activate first.
Mission start.
And it also depends on who's getting tracked. Forget about that little detail. Alright. Well, now Tarma's dodge showed up. That was weird. There's still some bugs here. So if I can make it to here... And I can hit the boat from here, so that's good. Okay. So in other words, Aerie can go from all the way to here. It's not necessarily ideal, but oh man, look at that. So she's gonna take both of them out. They're not even an issue at this point. Fantastic. And since I didn't synchronize, she can still hit the boat with at least a grenade. So Clark can go all the way to here. Well, put Tarma in position first. Okay, good. So they're not targeted individually. Alright, so he's done. So Clark does not have a bonus action yet. He contributed, so he's getting +1. He's going to get 8 at least. Actually, still 8's pretty strong for him, and then another 5 from Aerie. That's kind of significant for a single turn, or at least with only 2 characters. Let's take the damage while we can. And that worked. The Aerie wasn't in the shotgun blast. So now she can move into cover. We gotta blow that content or something up there to get through there, otherwise we gotta take the long way around. Okay, so we took off 20 on the first turn, took out the most immediate threats, and thankfully we didn't get targeted, so we'll see what happens after that. Oh, you didn't want to hit your own? Aha, Clark dodged. Hiss, you deliberately dodged. Is he gonna throw? Nope, he gets a throw. Swing and a miss. Man, Tarma could get provocation on all those guys. But yeah, of course. I gotta get some of them out of there. Yeah, it's a bit more problematic. So Aerie can... Well, actually, both Aerie and Clark can jump their way out of there. I guess it's actually okay. How's Clark? Can Clark get out of there? He can't get out of there because they're all in a giant pile. So if Tarma were to jump, say, or go to here... So if he deals 4 HP of damage to all of them, some of them are virtually done. how would I get extra shots off these guys? Well, Clark can go to here and jump over the top, but he's not going to hit. And I'm not going to be getting the boat on this turn if I do it this way, though. He'll still have a bonus action. Maybe he'll figure out a way. He's still targeted, so he's going to jump into cover. Yeah, he can get to cover. Aerie could then grenade jump from here. And hopefully Tarma's thing won't activate on her. No, she's taking damage from the other thing, so it's not going to hit all of them. Alright, at least one of them is dead. Aerie will be able to get a second one killed. Okay, I think I'm going to commit to that. Oh, Aerie did take a hit off that one. So 2 left are going to be looking at Tarma. Okay, so Aerie should be able to grenade jump her way out of here. Oh, she can make it all the way to this guy? That's fantastic. And he's getting wrecked. And that's 9 points to him and the boat. Tarma's still got another action. Clark can jump his way out of there. And Tarma, well, if Tarma's got another action, I'll figure out another way. Well, he doesn't have much adrenaline, though. He can probably wild ride his way over somewhere here. No, he can't. Clark can't really manipulate moving him, I don't think. I can't move an ally, at least that way, I don't think. Okay, well, let's just go with what I know for the time being. Aerie, grenade jump, wreck this guy. Okay. Now... Clark can jump to cover. We got 3 turns left, so I still got time to get away from either of these shooters. What can Tarma do here? His shotgun's not going to reach. He's kind of stuck there, then. I don't want to really bother with his cover. Oh, you know what, though? I could go all the way to here. I've got one more. You can get that guy to dodge. There we go. And still have an attack. Use all his shotgun rounds. So they're going to save it for the boat. Alright, you know what? That's not going to help then. There we go. Let's get another 10 points on the boat. Hold on, is Aerie getting attacked still? She is, so she's still got to move again. Well, she'd be in Clark's way if I don't move her till after. Okay, let's at least get the 10 points. There we go. So she can still move, get her to cover. And then Tarma's back here dilly-dallying. There's not a whole lot he can do. He can hit this guy. He's got rounds to spare. I guess we'll do it. No, you may not throw that at me. Okay, now we've leveraged everything. Tarma's... Oh, man, he's got 7 dodge. There's one, you know, if he doesn't get attacked, it doesn't reset or something. I forgot what that is, because if you get that extra dodge with him, that's one of his challenges. They're gonna get mobbed. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, you ain't getting a piece of that. That was 7. Yikes. That bypassed cover. That got a piece of him. Alright, we better hurt this thing on this turn. Yikes. We are fighting Big Shie at the 3rd round, so it's got an extra 20 HP other than normal. Alright, Tarma. What can we do to get you off these platforms here? Man, if he can get all the way over to here, he can then probably use his provocation, I think, again, or his crash down thing. No, that's not him. I want him over here. I'm concerned about you chumps on the dying platforms. Alright, so he's got a knife, though. But I would want... If I'm going to use, like, the shotgun blast, if he's got a bonus action, I want him to jump over. They both marked again. Clark doesn't look like he is, but it looks like Airy is. So how can I get 30 points out of this combo? Airy should be able to do dual grenades. If she's... but we got to get her some adrenaline, though. So Airy might have to come over here. Problem is she does more with her jump. If she... Well... Man, if she could jump twice... Oh my god. Actually, wow. If Airy can get a jump from the boat to the boat... that's 16 points of damage. But that's after... If we do it after... one of these here, if she gains the bonus move, plus 1 damage... We gotta do it after her special action, and then she can actually get 2 more points when she does a synchronize. Yeah, 16, 16, and add another 2 would be 18. That wouldn't leave much for Clark and Ralph to have to do. So what can she do here? She can go... I think she'd have enough from here. She only needs 5, right? This is gonna be a total gamble, because this platform's gonna go soon. Oh, there's 19 points right there, but that's 3 points of synchronization from Clark, right? Alright. Clark, can he do any better than 3? I mean, he'll be able to do 7, and then get... Each die contribute to a frag, so he's not going to have that yet. Contribute to a frag by special action. If I gotta jump him in. He doesn't have the adrenaline. If I jump him in, then he'll get the extra bonus action for a shotgun. So I can't jump him close enough. Well, that would work. Okay, and then Tarma. There's only 4 points. I need him. He's got plus 1 damage. I can't commit this, otherwise I'd have to risk using a reset turn here. Do I move Clark to a different position? Because if Tarma does the smackdown thing again... And I don't want Clark to stand next to her after she's done the jump. Alright, maybe if I move him here... Alright, he can jump to there. Tarma... He's already moved. So if I do the provocation and land, that will hit the boat somehow, isn't it? That's not hitting the boat. he's not in a position where I need him. Okay, so let's hold on here. Where did I move him from? That's as far as I can get him. If I were to go here, can I provocate? I could actually get to there after Aerie leaves, but she's also going to hit him in the process. Good grief. Well, he's got 5. Well, she might do damage to him. But he would get stabbed off. He would get the boat stabbed, so it would actually do more damage that way. I don't want Clark getting hit by her, though. Oops. I've never checked to see if his thing here actually does enough. I don't have enough to do both. Alright, so if I were to do this, can Tarma avoid danger from her? Because that's going to be a combo here. That's 21 points. I think we got it. At the expense of Tarma getting a little extra roasted. Okay, I think we got it. I guess I'll just commit from this point. Well, unless I want to move Clark in ahead of time. Actually, you know what? Can I move Clark in now? Let's move Clark into the danger zone. He'll get 3 points off of that and still have the ability to attack with the shotgun. Alright, we'll do this. The synchronized attack probably is just about going to finish this thing. Yeah, this is why they have not found much more of this explosive jumping more powerful yet, at least based on the combinations I've tried. So there's 24 points of damage right there. 18 of at least from her. Or 16, because she doesn't have the bonus yet. But she'll get a bonus on the sync, I think, now. No, actually the sync will already be happening. Yeah, because of Tarma. Yeah, 6 points left. Who wants the kill? I guess if I waste the shotgun round for Clark, he'd be out of ammo. If Tarma does it, it's done. I better do it with Tarma, because, I mean, his knife ain't going to cut it. It'll still be alive. Actually, if Clark can still attack, too... Nope. Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't even need to use the physical ammo. Yeah, let's do it that way. So, just in case we don't get the ammo reset right away, better play it safe. Well, especially anticipating higher difficulties again. Alright, stab the boat. And then shoot the boat. And it's done. So, we got on the third round, and we still got it before the primary platform went down. I'd have to hate send submarines. And so Aerie 4 and 3, Tarma 1 and 2, Clark 3 and 3. So Clark rolled over to 7. So unfortunately he's ahead. Yeah, Tarma would have been there had he got the other one, and would have been the same as Aerie and so forth. So oh well. So I guess I'll get everything situated here. Cooperation. Each time one of the unit's special actions triggers a sync, so if the special action does, meaning, well, the jump wouldn't, the ring probably wouldn't, he gains a bonus move. Well, it's not super helpful. Sidestep. At the start of the next turn, each time the unit is attacked, applies fragile to the attacker. And gains a bonus action. That's interesting. So you get the dodge, so you're going to take the hit. So they get hit by fragile, so he essentially becomes a meat puppet, and to add a debuff to them. Moves an adjacent unit to a tile within range, so that's kind of what I was thinking of. That's when you want to move an ally or something. And velocity is bonus move. The unit and their allies contributing to an attack with this weapon gain a bonus move at the end. That's a tough call here. So I'm not sure which would be the most effective of the current playstyle. I mean, getting another bonus action would be fine, especially given his shotgun. And considering he got torched, having the extra dodge might help as well. So this is, but this one's active. This one's passive. Hold on. So let's see here. So passives are selected. No, special actions. Yeah, I don't think those are going to work well with that one. For cooperation. Oh, so you gain the bonus action if you apply it anyway, so you could actually run into position, activate it, and then do your other thing. I guess it depends on if you have another bonus move or not. I don't know. Let's experiment with this one. I don't know what else to do there. Alright, here we go. I guess, considering it's going to be a shorter stream, let's see if we can get something interesting here. But 18 coins, not a whole lot. Man, you can bump his ammo up to 6. Can't afford it. So that replaces her other one. The mirror one is kind of cool, but we don't have enough. Don't have enough. Don't have enough. Don't have enough. Okay, and we don't have enough here because these are always 20. Man, they're all gold, though. 2 points, extra fragile, 5 points of damage. See, I mean, this would probably be the most helpful. So it's got a... This is probably, you know, a balanced upgrade you get. Adrenaline reduction, range increase, damage increase. Yeah, it would be kind of nice. Man, we're not going to probably get another shot at it unless I have something I can sell. I don't remember how the selling works here. Sell. Huh. If I were to sell something to get Tarma's move... Not selling those. His damage plus the ammo. Yeah, the ammo kind of came in handy there, though. So I get 4 coins to get the level 20. And we're not going to have, you know, because we're on the last stage, there's not anything else to access between now and then. Yeah, so much for me keeping the extra ammo. I mean, the damage was the one that really helped out the most. Again, I haven't tracked to see if that fragile, the weak stuff, works on bosses or not. Alright, so let's sell that. It's not something I would normally do here, but this is kind of healthy. I mean, this is the next most comparable thing I think of for the moment, compared to the grenade jump or the explosive jump. Alright, so Tarma got an upgrade, especially since he got hosed on the XP there. Okay, that's pretty much it. So, they've only got about, 30 minutes till this thing craps out again if it's doing its old disconnect habits. So, unfortunately, a little shorter tonight. So, hopefully, if I do this, that should save there. And I think we'll be good.
Metal Slug Tactics.
Alright, so I'll have to see what I get out of Twitch and Odysee. Unfortunately, I may have to upload this in 2 parts for Odysee or something, because Odyssey is usually the one that has a conniption fit during a disconnect. But, yeah, I can't think of much else. So we'll be on track for doing Tomb Raider Throwback Thursday, and then that's all I know for this week. Obviously, I'll still be plugging away on all the usual stuff, and if I can think of anything else to upload, I will do so. Appreciate everybody's been hanging out, checking things out. Appreciate seeing Chairman again. So, hope everybody has a fantastic one, and see you soon.